Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Bloodborne. And today, we're going to be taking on even more of those huntsmen. So yeah, their names are the huntsmen. I just want to make mention of this now. I'm probably not going to be doing any, like, statistics stuff because I just feel like there's really no point and there's just way too many different archetypes of enemies to even bother with. I have my phone on standby in case I need to go figure out a name. It might sound unprofessional, but this is going to be the most professional, unprofessional Let's Play ever in existence, or that I have done on my channel, which I do a lot of unprofessional, professional stuff. Professional meaning like I'm very informational on my surroundings, but of course I don't know everything, and I just try to get the basics of the basic details down. So yeah, there you go. These are the obviously huntsmen. They're all huntsmen in some way or another. And those werewolf guys I was talking about, apparently they're not called werewolves. They're actually called scourge beasts. I'm a freaking idiot. Also, I forgot to explain in the last episode, if you're new to my channel, welcome. Obviously, my name is TurdMonkey1497, and I've got some pretty interesting Let's Plays I've done on my channel before. So if you're willing to go check those out, I recommend checking them out too. If you're interested in those, I'd say go take a look. I do anything from classic to new. I'm mostly a PlayStation kind of person. I don't have any Xbox or very many Nintendo games on my channel. I do not own an Xbox. I've never owned an Xbox except for the recent Xbox One, which I recently sold due to the fact that I just did not like the system. And also, since it kept crapping out on me, I'm like, it's time to get rid of this bad boy. So I got rid of it. I just didn't care. And I also had a friend on there that I just didn't feel like I needed to be friends with on Xbox anymore, and I just figured, what's the point of telling him, and might as well just be a socially awkward kind of person and just go ahead and delete him just by selling my damn system. I don't know, I have so many friends that are pretty much Xbox fanboys. I wouldn't even consider them mostly friends, that are just like extreme Xbox fanboys. And it's always been the kind of thing back in high school where I would always try to defend my console because they were seriously hardcore about Xbox this and Xbox that and stuff like this. Fortunately for me, this is a PlayStation 4 exclusive. This is actually one of the very few reasons of why I actually even bought a PlayStation 4 in the first place. Because at first I'm thinking like, PlayStation 4, it's whatever. Oh yeah, I forgot another attack that I could totally do actually right now. Whenever you are doing any just normal, like, run-of-the-mill attacks, let me get some guys grouped up here. Not grouped up, but let me get them away from each other. Ow! Ow! This game needs more cowbell! I got hurt a lot. Oh, that dog, by the way, is called a rabid dog. Yeah. Yes. Now I'm trying to remember what those guys were called. Oh God, what the hell are they called? I'm trying to remember what the executioner guys were called. I call them executioners. They might not even be that. But yeah. Oh. You know what? Screw the names. Let's just play Bloodborne normally. Let's just do this as a normal Let's Play that I would normally acquire through and just play. Because if I try to put too much information in this game, it's going to become not a Let's Play and just more of just a walkthrough. And it's not going to be a walkthrough, it's just going to be a Let's Play. Technically slash walkthrough, which I should probably start making my things called walkthrough because there's way too many people playing Let's Plays on, the YouTubes. And of course, I happen to be one of them, but I'm an old timer, so whatever. So anyway, as I was explaining earlier, well, this was, one of the very first PlayStation 4 games I did purchase. And yes, don't worry, I remember about my other topic as well. I might have forgotten about another specific one, but as far as I'm concerned, there's only one topic I need to worry about right now. I'm mostly a PlayStation Let's Player. I have quite a sense of bravado, so if you don't mind cussing, then there you go. This is not a rated PG channel at all, and will probably more likely never be because I don't have any reason to. I know I'm not very popular or anything like that, so just try to, be a little bit more respectful to my channel. Just don't go around hating on it just because you feel like you should just tower over a channel as small as mine because your comment will be deleted because I just don't accept those kind of stupid comments. It's not because I'm afraid to see them. It's just I don't want anybody else seeing that kind of stuff because you'd be a giant ass. Alright, anyway. So I retrieved my blood echoes. You get blood echoes from killing enemies, obviously, as you can see in the top right corner. I probably should explain that stuff earlier, but as we see right now, yeah. Whenever you're killed off by any means, sometimes if you're killed off by an enemy, majority of the time, your blood echoes will go into that specific enemy that killed you. Therefore, i.e., you need to go and kill them to regain your blood echoes. Sometimes if you fall off of a certain platform and there's an enemy around, sometimes your blood echoes will go straight into them. How do you know if an enemy has your blood echoes? You don't. No, I'm just kidding. How do you know if they... Okay, enough of the joke already. The way you can distinguish if an enemy has your blood echoes or not is, as you've seen in the beginning part of the game with that Scourge Beast, he had purple eyes. Those purple eyes are what distinguishes whether or not they will actually have your blood echoes. Now, once I get actually a chance to breathe in this freaking game for a second, I'm going to go through some of these items that I did pick up. I picked up another item, and I picked up an item just a few seconds ago that I happen to remember. I'm going to try to read off all the information on the items that I pick up, so that way you guys can kind of learn more about this little bit of lore and detail itself. Alright, goddamn dogs. Alright, that should have taken care of every single enemy around here except for those huntsmen up there. But they're not close enough to even really worry about. So what are these things I'm picking up? These blood vials and these quicksilver bullets. Well, to use blood vials, you have to press triangle, and that gets your health back, as you guys have noticed before. Now, as you can see in the top left corner, below the number 16, there's the number 20. And it's blue. Why is that blue? Well, first of all, those are my quicksilver bullets. Why is it blue? That's my max amount I can carry at the moment. There will be other things that will give us the ability to upgrade that. But as it stands right now, we can only have a max of 20. Same thing goes for blood vials. So use them sparingly. Alright, let's try that back attack I was going to try earlier and show you folks exactly what this does. Bam! On his knees, going for the backstab, dead. That's a visceral attack. That's pretty much what that does. Now, I'm going to go ahead and shoot off the bullet real quick. Now you can see it's back down to 19. There is a trick though. If you want to carry 5 extra quicksilver bullets, here's how you do it. Hit up on the directional pad, and you will waste a little bit of your health. You'll jab yourself with some kind of syringe in your left leg. You now have 5 spare, pretty much like blood bullets to use on enemies. You can retain that health back if you're close to an enemy. You can hit them and all that good stuff. So if you want to do all that, there you go. Now, before I get into the items, there's one more combo I want to show off. Hit R1 and then L1. Or hit R1 a couple times, then L1, and you can switch your weapon mid-combo. You can, use your trick weapon mid-combo pretty much. Let's do that again for the other side. Bam. That's what that does. Oh, you can do it once. Well, that's good. I just was too quick on that. Alright. We got that all taken care of. Blood vials are stabbed into the right leg. Now, let's get into the items that we have picked up. We now have Cold Blood Dew. Actually, I need to go ahead and read some of this stuff because I have not been reading this. This is Yusefka's blood vial. Blood vial acquired from Yusefka's clinic. This refined blood, highly invigorating, restores a larger amount of HP. The product of a slow and careful refinement process. This rare blood vial appears to be a clinic original. There's not a whole lot of these, so use them sparingly. This is a Molotov cocktail. Explodes in raging flames when thrown against an object. One of the oldest hunter tools available in the workshop. Since the tragedy that struck Old Yarnum, fire has become a staple in beast hunts and is thought to cleanse impurity. Certain types of beasts have an abnormal fear of flame. Read that second line there one more time. Since the tragedy that struck Old Yarnum. So we're not in Old Yarnum though. We're actually in Central Yarnum. So where is Old Yarnum? And actually what did happen? Well, I could probably kind of spoil a little bit of it. Oh, shit. Where'd you come from? Oh, you jackass. I don't think... No, enemies can't respawn while you're on field. They shouldn't be able to, at least. I don't know where that guy came from. He probably came from over here or something like that. I'm pretty damn sure I wiped them all out. Anyway, if I could get a moment of rest, that'd be great. There we go. Yeah, I'm hitting the left little bumper thing on the touchpad here to do that. To open up my gesture menu. Let's go to the item menu one more time and read all about it. Okay. So now we have the Cold Blood Dew. This is a level 1. How do I know it's a level 1? It says 1 right there in the parentheses. Droplet of cold blood containing blood echoes. Used to gain blood echoes. Hunters sustained by the dream gain strength from blood echoes. They imbibe the blood with thoughts of reverence. Indeed, gratitude for their victims. The Hunter's Mark, which some people have gone into lots of details about that symbol before, so I'm not going to worry about any of that. Dangling upside down rune etched in one's mind, symbol of a hunter. By focusing one's thoughts on this rune, a hunter loses all blood echoes but awakens afresh, as if it were all just a bad dream. Basically, you lose all your blood echoes and you go right back to the lamp. That's your checkpoint. Notebook. Messengers are inhabitants of the dream who revere the brave hunters, use them to send messages to other worlds, leave notes with messengers, read the notes left to messengers in other worlds, and rate notes to reach out to hunters across planes of existence. Note, online use only. Cannot use this item offline. Alright, so we have materials. This is a bloodstone shard. A solid shard that forms in cold blood. Yeah, you can tell that Bloodborne revolves around blood a lot. A solid shard that forms in cold blood. After death, a substance in the blood hardens, and that which does not crystallize is called a bloodstone. At the workshop, these bloodstones are embedded in weapons to fortify them. We will get into detail about that later. This is our key item section. These are our weapons. The threaded cane, one of the trick weapons of the workshop, commonly used by hunters on their duties. Sufficiently deadly as a rigid blade cane, but also serves as a whip when its blade is split into many. Concealing the weapon inside the cane and flogging the beast with the whip is partly an active ceremony, an attempt to demonstrate to oneself that the bloodlust of the hunt will never encroach. I don't know what that. Maybe enroach upon the soul? I don't know. Okay, so here is our left arm weapons. This is a hunter pistol. Pistol made at the workshop for hunters stalking beasts. Hunter firearms are specifically crafted to employ quicksilver bullets fused with the wielder's own blood, boosting damage against beasts. Yeah. Quicksilver bullets you don't have to use with our own personal blood, but that's what blood tinge is blood. So we use blood on these bullets to do damage. The pistol is a quicker draw than the blunderbuss, allowing for speedier responses to attacks. Now we have our basic gear that we're wearing right now. We have a black hood worn upon awakening to the nightmare of blood and beast. Perhaps its wearer had to stay out of sight and travel by cover of darkness. Without memory, who will ever know? We have the foreign garb, clothing worn upon awakening at the nightmare of blood and beasts. Not typical clothing for Yharnam, perhaps it is of foreign origin. It is said, after all, the traveler came to Yharnam from afar. Without memory, who will ever know? That's the thing. Remember that. We came to Yharnam from a whole different foreign place. The reason why, so I just get out of the way now, is we heard rumors about this place using blood, old blood, to get rid of sickness completely. So that's why we came here. A sullied bandage. Bandage worn upon awakening to the nightmare of blood and beast, terribly worn and unsanitary. A faint memory recalls blood ministration involving the transfusion of unknown blood, not long after the nightmare began. And here we have foreign trousers. Trousers worn upon awakening to the nightmare of blood and beast. Not typical clothing for Yharnam, perhaps it is of foreign origin. It is said, after all, the traveler came to Yharnam from afar. Without memory, who will ever know? So these are our blood gems, this is our Carol runes, and our chalices. That stuff is for later. Alright, so obviously we have our quick items, which I can't select just yet, because I have no more quick items. We will read about the blood vials and quicksilver bullets when I actually get the chance to read anything about that, because as you can see in our inventory, we don't have any options of reading that. This is our status screen. And you can tell there's a bunch of stats there, but we will get into those stats when we get the chance. Yes, when we get the chance to actually start reading into that. Don't be afraid to use your blood vials, by the way, because you can always just grind up for more. The thing about this game is leveling up isn't really going to help you a whole lot. This, the From Software titles tend to be based around your skill level of how you play the game. Not necessarily, how much you can tip a scale in your tip the scale of fight in your favor. Yes, you can, but leveling up isn't really going to help you a whole lot. These are, I think, called carrion crows or something like that. I know they're crows, that's for sure. And obviously, here's a little kind of disturbing little secret about these things. These crows tend to like to drop pebbles. That's their actual most dropped item. They do drop another item, but I don't remember what it was. There's a chance for like a rare drop. I don't exactly know what it is at the moment, but they typically drop pebbles. And whenever we get a pebble, maybe I'll have to show that off one more time, but it actually looks like an eyeball. And crows have been known to, you know, pluck out eyeballs. So it's kind of a little bit of a creepy aspect going on there. I think these are actually called huntsmen minions, if I'm not mistaken. So now we just picked up a new weapon from the minion. This is our second left-hand weapon. This is a torch. Let's go ahead and read all about it, shall we? Torch. A common torch formed by wrapping a pine resin drenched cloth around the end of a long stick. Hunters choose torches not only because a hunt leads them to the darkest nooks, but also because certain creatures they encounter are possessed of a deathly fear of flame. Remember that scourge beast we saw in the beginning? Yeah, that gray tinted looking beast? They happen to be kind of weary of fire. Because if you noticed, those messengers killed it with fire. Either the messenger or somebody else did. Somehow or another, it died by fire because it's completely frightened. They actually come from Old Yarnum. Old Yarnum is a place of many wonders that we will get into rather soon. I recommend looking at the lore of this game because there's so much detail outside of just Bloodborne, the game itself. That's ridiculous. I mean, yeah, this is all like in-game information, but there's so many theories, so many ideas that people have come up with in the past, and you know, of course, this game's been out for like a year now at least. I bought it back in April of 2015, which came out like a month after. I bought it like a month after it came out. I've loved it ever since. It took me so damn long just to platinum the game, almost a year to platinum this game, and thankfully I did, because now I have all reason to basically just do a let's play. Alright. Yeah, here we go. There's fucking Scourge Beasts. Yeah, you can see that does a crap load of damage. Of course. Oh shit, I fucked up. I did get the interrupt, but I kind of screwed up there. Alright, let's get my health back. Yeah, basically the Platinum Trophy kind of works as a checklist, in a sense. Oh, thank God. These guys are frightening. Frightening in the sense that they can kick my ass raw. These guys don't fuck around. Oh, burn, baby, burn. Yeah, let's pick up some blood vials. Yeah, typically Scourge Beasts like to drop blood vials. That seems to be their most attributed dropped item, I should say. Yes, I know there's multiple paths I can take. So if you played this game before, well, good for you. You know exactly what you're talking about. Did I ever show Power 2 for this? Probably not. Wah! Wah! Yeah, that's why the Threaded Cane is good, especially for, well, you know, after multiple playthroughs. And yes, this game does have New Game Plus, and when you go to New Game Plus, your blood echoes that you retrieve from enemies now will be increased. The damage intake of enemies will be increased. Lots of things will actually be increased. You know, like health and stuff like that. Well, health and damage are typically relatively the same. It's just, it goes against, you know, it's hard to explain. You guys would have to look that stuff up yourself, because I can't explain it. You can only go up to like New Game Plus 7, and there you will stop getting, you know, extra blood echoes or whatever. Like, your blood echo counter should stop going up miraculously. Like right now, when we kill this normal guy right now, we get, what, 48? Oh, also, every time you die or every time you come back from the Hunter's Dream or whatever, your blood, it's just like any other RPG. Your blood echo counter will actually start to go down for every kill. Therefore, meaning you can't really grind too much. There's a set point of where you need to, like, you know, stop grinding pretty much. Yeah, now we got these jackasses in chairs. And they do suck, trust me. What's this little piece of paper say over here? When the hunt began, the healing church left us, blocking the great bridge to the cathedral ward, as old Yarnum burned to the ground that moonlit night. Remember what I said earlier? Old Yarnum was burnt to the ground. So why exactly did they burn an entire city? Questions and answers. Just so many questions, but just not enough answers. I'll go ahead and say it right now. I'm probably completely wrong, but there's just too many damn beasts that they made from taking the blood of something else. By using this blood they found, it happened to turn people into beasts. Therefore, they burnt the whole place to the ground because beasts are terribly afraid of the fire. What do you mean you've never heard of it? Bullshit. He says we should try the healing church. They know quite a little bit about blood administration. Okay, east of Yarnum, healing church, known as Cathedral Ward. Deep within it is the old Grand Cathedral. It's the birthplace of the healing blood, they say. Yep, the hunt is on tonight. He's not kidding around. While we have the opportunity and the leverage at hand, let's go ahead and head back to the Hunter's Dream real quick. You take that path, you open up that door, and that, my friends, is a shortcut. As you can see, pebbles, small pebbles found throughout Yarnum, can be thrown at foes. Can be thrown at foes. Quite thrilling. Yes, totally quite thrilling. Okay. Alright, so we can't do anything with her just yet. Because we have no insight. But the doors are open. That's weird. And who are you, my old, decrepit-looking friend who happens to be missing his right leg, actually? Peg leg. Yes, we're our new hunter. Oh, it's going to be our home. It's Gurman. Yeah, he's a friend of ours. Well, I sure hope so. So basically, that's what hunters do. They go out, they kill beasts, come back. Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. That was my controller flipping out. Ooh, did you hear what he said? He said, we're allowed to use anything that we want, even the doll, if it pleases us. Or if you know what I mean. I'm just kidding. Well, maybe I am, maybe I'm not. You guys back the fuck up. She's my waifu. Fuck you. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so right here, we have the storage box. This is where we can go ahead and place items in the storage, or we can retrieve stored items. The thing about this game, though, is there's no equip burden. If you guys played Demon Souls or Dark Souls beforehand, I'm going to keep bringing those up because that's just how this game works. If you've played those before, you will know that if you carry multiple items or multiple weapons or anything like that on hand, you will start to feel a little bit slower. That's because of an equip burden. Go play those games, you'll understand better. That's when, in those games you would put items in the storage to kind of help yourself move along a little quicker. Bloodborne doesn't actually have that stat. It doesn't even have the poise stat either. Poise, whatever. It has less stats. It has different stats. Again, this game is different. It's meant to conjure up to a different side of the Souls franchise rather than just different Souls fans or just non-Souls fans. It's just, I'm a Bloodborne fan, goddammit. I love this game. So here we can go ahead and store in anything we want except for blood echoes. You cannot store blood echoes at all. The reason why you would ever want to consider going to the storage is if you need to retrieve something from the storage. As such, if I need to retrieve any blood vials, but I have too many, same thing with Quicksilver, I can come here and pick them up here. But every time you pick up anything over your max limit of what you're carrying at the moment will instantly go to the storage no matter what. So, we can go ahead and actually read about some of this stuff. We have the blood vials. Special blood used in administration restores HP. Of course, health points. Once a patient has had their blood administered, a unique but common treatment in Yarnum, successive infusions recall the first and are all the more invigorating for it. No surprise that most Yarnumites are heavy users of blood. Something kind of went on wrong there. For the longest time, I always thought this was like a bird statue. When I first played this game, I'm that stupid. It's literally just a bullet covered in blood and yeah, that almost looks. Never mind. Special bullets used with hunter firearms. Ordinary bullets have no effect on beasts, and so Quicksilver bullets, fused with the wielder's own blood, must be employed. The strength of Quicksilver bullets depends greatly upon the wielder's blood tinge. Blood tinge, again, is a stat. In the bottom right corner, you can see it says 9. That's what our stat is at now. Blood tinge stat itself basically what it can do. Actually, let's go ahead and read into the stats real quick because we have plenty of time to do that. Always. Of course, we can go ahead and look at our main character here. And, no, that's not what I want to look at exactly. I want to go ahead and look at this. We have our character's name, gender. This is our level, the total value of Hunter's overall attributes. Use blood echoes to level up. We are now currently level 10. But if you play with a waste of skin class, you start off at level 4. So yeah, you don't start at level 1. These are blood echoes, the total number of held blood echoes. You can use them to trade with the messengers. We have insight, level insight, or depth of inhuman knowledge. Needed to ring special bell, but induces frenzy. That's going to be a stat coming into later. Vitality, attribute governing HP. Endurance, attributes governing stamina and resistances. Strength, attribute governing heavy physical weapon attack. Determines whether or not you can use certain equipment. Skill, attribute governing more nuanced physical weapon attack. Determines whether or not you can use certain equipment as well. Attribute blood tinge, which governs power of weapons that use quicksilver bullets. Determines whether or not you can use certain equipment. Arcane, attribute governing power of arcane attack. Determines whether or not you can use certain equipment. And of course we have our HP, which the power or will to survive. If this falls to 0, your strength will fade away. Stamina is necessary to perform various actions. Depletes as actions are taken but refills automatically. Discovery governs chances of enemies dropping items when defeated. The higher this attribute, the more you will find. This is our right-hand weapon attack. I'm sure you guys can figure that stuff out for yourselves. Depending on what slot you put your weapons in, that's where it'll be determined at pretty much. These are physical defense, ability to defend against attacks made with bare flesh or against foes with corporeal existence. Slow resistance, poisoning resistance. This is our rapid poison resistance. This is our frenzy resistance. Resistance to the lure of frenzy. The higher this attribute, the more resistant you are. Same thing with blood. Beasthood. The higher this attribute, the closer you are to beasthood when temporary transformed. That's going to come into effect later. Bolt basically means electricity. This is... You take less damage from bolt attacks. You take less damage from fire. Arcane is the overall ability of just magic. So, we'll get into that later. Blood, basically, from other firearms and blood attacks. It's, again, firearms use blood. So, reduction of damage from thrust attacks, which I think is R2 damage. I think, maybe. Reduction of damage from blunt attacks. And, of course, our overall physical defense against anything anyway. So... Oh, various effects of memorized Carol runes. We don't have any Carol runes at the moment because, well, we don't have anything of that sort unlocked. We need the specific workshop tool to do so. We have much more exploring to go and do, but we're going to do that next episode. To escape this dreadful hunter's dream, halt the source of the spreading scourge of beasts, lest the night carry on forever. So we need to find out exactly what's causing these beasts to be here in the first place, and we need to take them out. That's the point of the game. I never would have guessed. Anyway, folks, I hope you all enjoyed, and we'll see you all next time we play some more Bloodborne. And don't you forget, I will remind you one more time, when we get a chance to see her, she's my waifu. You stay the fuck away. Anyway, folks, take care, everybody.